The next one is accrual concept. Accrual means addition. Okay, so whenever there is any, like, where when we follow the matching concept itself, we said that there must be revenue which is being incurred in that, which is being occurred in that particular year, and whatever we spend or we show as expenses must be done with the amount whatever we got in that particular year. Okay, the same thing must be followed here also. So whenever there is any purchase or sale which happens, whether you pay your cash or not, that transaction must be recorded in that particular year itself. So when it's move on to the next year, it will be shown as outstanding, which is you have not paid or which is you have not received. Okay, so there are certain examples, two examples given here. One is credit sale is recognized as sale though the amount has not been received immediately. For example, if you purchase any product, okay, by not paying cash now, but still the seller enters it in his books as a sale, whether it is realized or not, he enters it as a sale. Okay, because his stock and the sale should match, so he enters it in the sales book. But again, when the amount is being realized, he shows this as the outstanding amount has been received. Okay, it will be shown as outstanding amount received. Okay, then there is another example. Rent for the month of March has not been paid, and if the accounting period is 1/4/2017 to 31/3/18, it will be still be recorded as an expense for the accounting year 17 and 18 because it had become due, which means you should have paid rent in the month of March. Okay, normally accounting period ends in the month of March, but since because of some situation you did not pay your rent for the month of March, which means your accounting period gets over, right? But still you did not pay. What happens is that amount of rent which is about to receive also should be entered, but again it will be shown as outstanding, which means you will be paying it in the upcoming months. Okay, that is accrual. Accrual means additions. Okay, then convention of consistency. So here, why do they call convention of consistency is whenever any accounting policies are being followed in the business organization, it has to be the same, it has to be consistent, same for all the accounting periods. For example, there is something called depreciation. Okay, so in accounting there are so many methods in which depreciation can be calculated. If a business concern is using, say, method A, in that case, throughout the life of the business, they have to follow method A of calculating the depreciation. Unless and until there is necessity of change in the method of depreciation, then in that case alone it can be changed again with the approval of certain accounting standards or the board. Okay, so again, why is it necessary to be consistent? So here, when anyways we are going to compare our own performances for many number of years, so automatically when you change the method of preparing any particular step or the statement, then the whole concept is totally changed. Okay, so in that case you cannot be inconsistent in following the methods of the accounting process. If the accounting process or the if there is no consistency, in that case if there is any accounting policy change alone, in that case we can change the concepts also or the methods also. So but again it should comply, that is it should go properly with the provision of law, it should go properly with accounting standards whatever is being issued, and also a fair and reports to be prepared by the accountants. Then convention of full disclosure, which means there are many users of the accounting information. As we discussed, there are external users and also internal users. Okay, so these users must definitely know the exact information about the accounting procedure or the statements. Okay, which means it is so important because this statement is the one which links the external internal users with the business organization. So it must always be fair enough to show all the aspects, financial aspects, in a perfect manner. Okay, so because this financial statements are the one which proves how your business organization is performing, right? So that is why a correct assessment must be done, valuation must be done very perfectly. That is what is called as full disclosure.